Hello everybody, my name is Nemo Nobody and welcome to Game Domain. Today we have a guest.
I'm the Suited Bird. I make YouTube videos. Go check them out.
Today we'll have a discussion on Sub4Sub and whether it's bad or good for your channel. And we'll also be looking into the Sub4Sub subreddits and seeing what the community itself thinks about their own actions. So let's hop right in with DGLYT on Reddit. Just sub-liked your video, watched 3 minutes of your video on both of my accounts. Would appreciate if you could do the same. And then he links some Spanish thing and then a Roblox music video.
Honestly, top tier content.
Okay, but the fact of the matter is that he couldn't have watched 3 minutes of both videos because there are no videos on this account. How does he watch 3 minutes? I don't know. He has some superpowers or something. He's clearly lying here. This is fraudulent, at least.
His response is beautiful. Yee! Sorry, I copy and paste the same message to everyone because I do Sub4Sub a lot. He doesn't even try to hide it. He admits it. He's proud. Most people have a longer video than 3 minutes, so I watch 3 minutes, sub, and like, and then they return. Well, here's the thing. That doesn't make any sense, though, because if he's actually doing that to every single channel, he would have checked and saw, oh wait, this channel doesn't have any videos. So I don't know how true that is. I did sub you, so if you could just sub me back, that would be great. Yeah, I thought I was just bad at reading. It's just bad grammar.
Yeah, it's just bad grammar, and that's what I was gonna say. It's like this guy has to be 12, but he's grinding. He's a 12-year-old grinding, but man, it sucks to see it because I mean he's gonna grow out of it. All right, I hope he grows out of it. If he doesn't grow out of it, I'll be very sad. But yeah. He's young. He's doing this because he thinks, oh, it's just the numbers. He's not thinking long term or anything like that. So I mean, I gotta give him somewhat a pass for being young. What it seems. If he's not young, then I don't know what he's doing here.
See, my opinion is that when I see people like this doing Sub4Sub, and if they honestly don't know that it's wrong or the negative aspects of it, I understand why they're doing it. I can't blame them for doing it because to the naked eye, it does seem like the right move. Like, you're getting the subs, you're helping other people get the subs, and you're growing while helping other people growing. But a lot of people don't realize the negative aspects of Sub4Sub and how much is frowned upon. And it's those people who know, but then continue to do it, that annoy me. If you don't know and you do it, I'm fine with that. But if you know the consequences and how much it annoys people and the fact that it can get your channel terminated, but you still do it, that's just super low. That's the bottom of the barrel of YouTube right there.
When you're so involved in the community and you see people doing it, it's just kind of sad. It's like, oh wow, you have like there's channels I've seen that have no videos, but they triple me in subs. I have about 500 subscribers. I've seen channels with over 1K that have no videos.
Yeah.
0 Zed, and it really diminishes the grind and like the work that people put into videos when you can get 3 times as many subs as someone who has put in effort by putting in no effort and just going to a website, paying $2 for it, or going to a website and saying, hey, sub for me, I'll sub for you,
which is highly illegal on the YouTube terms of services, just to point out, to buy your subs.
It's illegal, but it doesn't stop you from doing it. It's sad, but it happens. It's fraudulent. It's sad. None of them are making arguments. They're all just being blatant and saying, "Hey, I'm subbing," and it's kind of scummy. But if we go over to Sub4Sub is horrible for your channel. Don't do it. If you comment Sub4Sub or subbed, you're admitting to being ignorant. This is posted by yours truly, Domain 1776. And this is a post basically outing people for doing Sub4Sub, and he's asking the Sub4Sub community why they do it. And they have some interesting responses, I can say. So we can start with the best comment, the most upvoted comment, right? Atlas Live, I believe is how you pronounce that. I mean, a major disagreement I would have with you is that you've been on YouTube since before they implemented the whole you need 1,000 subs before you can make any money rule, and so you haven't had to deal with that.
I mean, I don't see what that has anything to do with it, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
no. I think you're right.
If you are a good enough channel to make money, like a living off of YouTube, you will easily get 1,000 subs. Even if it takes a couple years to like get your channel noticed, if your channel is that good, to have millions of subscribers and be able to make an easy living off of YouTube, you will have no problem getting 1,000 subs. So I don't think that rule really has anything to do with this.
Yeah, and I mean, on top of that though, is that he's stating that this rule is somehow like hurting him. It's like I was there before the rule was implemented. I'm going through the same struggles he is. All right, I'm not making any money. All right, before I was making money. You know how you have to have $100 in YouTube in order to take it out. I got the $17, and then they made the rule, and I was screwed. I couldn't do anything. I have $17 in my Google account, and I can't do anything with it. So it's just frozen there. Yeah, until I get 1,000 subscribers and a bunch of watch time, and that's the thing. Yeah, you can get all these subs and you can get to 1K, but you still need that watch time. You still need people to be active on your channel for a few months in order for you to actually be able to make money. Views are almost directly involved in how much money you will make. Me and Domain responded to him, and we talked about the 4,000 hours of watch time, and he has this very long response of,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a whole 2 paragraphs. He decided to go full 8th grader essay time. So I'm not attacking you. Sorry. I understand that my tone at first sounded snarky, but I'm just a sarcastic person. I'm sorry. This is Atlas Live. This is what he said 7 days ago. I might be misinterpreting your tone here, but that first line comes off entirely more snarky than necessary, given that this is an otherwise completely civil conversation. Now, that being said, you're correct that you also need 4K hours, and that you typically get less watch time on average from Sub4Sub people. That being said, you definitely get more watch time from Sub4Sub people than people not watching at all. I feel like you're being entirely hyperbolic about the effects regarding Sub4Sub subs, as well as entirely downplaying the life of a startup YouTuber in the current meta. In the long run, using shoutout for shoutout or Sub4Sub to get you to the monetization goal will not hurt your channel in the slightest, because once you've hit that, let's say, 10K goal, the shoutout for shoutout people will only make a fraction of the amount of subs you have. At that point, it's no different than the many dead accounts, or simply inactive subbers that every channel inevitably gets. That's a lot to digest there, and I have to say, I wasn't being hyperbolic at all, because I'm not a big channel. I don't have 1K subs. I don't get money from it, but I don't complain like this. Like I'm not standing on a horse. I'm not sitting up on my high horse. I'm not doing anything like that. The simple matter of the fact is, if I make good content, people will find that good content. I'm sharing my good content with people who I think might enjoy it. Now, my content is fluctuating. I'm trying to figure out where I am. I want to see what people want, and that's what I do. But I have a feeling he's saying this because he simply doesn't put in a bunch of work into his videos. He doesn't write scripts. He doesn't make skits. He has very, let's record, let's export, let's send type of YouTube style. Just from the way that how the Sub4Subs are more active than, his subscribers that are watching him. That's just my take on this. He could be working super hard and just have a very mal-informed thesis on how Sub4Sub will affect his channel, but that's not me to judge.
And as someone who is making content and start up their channel in the supposed current YouTube meta, it said, if you go onto my channel, it says I started it in 2015, which is not true. I just had the YouTube account in 2015. I didn't start making videos till, I think it was late 2017 till I made my actual first video. No, I think it was actually early 2018. Anyways, by the time I was actually making quality content, what I would consider quality content at least, it was within the last year, let's say 2019. And if you start making quality content, even if it takes a while, it will grow, like I said before. Like, last year, I got 300 subs. But this year, with no Sub4Sub, just by making videos, advertising, marketing it normally, like all the other small YouTubers, I've doubled. So, if you make quality content, the views will come. You don't need those extra dead subscribers to boost that. Especially if you're risking your channel's termination at it.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Is when you do this, you are risking the viability of your channel, because people will go, they'll see your old post, they're like, oh, this is how he operated. This is how he got big. So he wasn't really on the grind. He wasn't really doing this stuff for his fans. He was doing it for the numbers.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's say Atlas Live does make it big, right? Let's say he archives, however you want to pronounce it, right? Anchovies. He anchovies his Reddit account, right?
Yeah.
Now Atlas Live has this permanently on his record, and one of his subs, when he reaches 3 billion, right? 3 million, I don't know, just some random number way up there. 3 billion, yes. He has 1/3 of the world subscribed to him.
Impressive.
But if he ever reaches that point, and people go back and see this, I feel like a lot of people will lose respect for it. Like, unless he comes out and saying, yeah, that's how he started, I'm not prideful of that. I think that's a terrible way to start off. Unless he does that, people will lose, respect in him, because this is just it's a cheeky and lazy way to get big.
I've yet to see YouTube accounts that it has worked. I may be wrong. I think the main point of this is that, obviously, we do not agree with Sub4Sub. If you haven't realized, we're not a fan of Sub4Sub, as it seems like both of us have been in the situation of being the person who is doing the Sub4Sub. We know that it doesn't end well. And also, I think another main point, if the people don't know that they're doing wrong, they're not going to stop. If you're watching this video and you're like, oh, I'm going to go seek out these people, instead of, attacking them, just try to, educate them in it. Tell them why it's wrong. Don't just be like, you're stupid and all that. Tell them why it's not good, and explain to them the consequences of what can happen. And if they don't change, that's on them. Then just back out of the conversation, it's okay. But if you educate them and they now know, it's on them, and you did your job.
I don't condone cyberbullying, violence, anything like that. I'm a sarcastic human being, but I don't like people to be upset or angry or anything like that. They're doing what they're doing. The only thing we can do is convince them to do otherwise. I've been in his shoes, and it ends up with a dead channel. That's what happens in the end. You have a dead channel. You have a bunch of subscribers, no views, and you're still making content. It sucks.
Alright everyone, that will be all for today. Once again, thank you all for watching. I'm the Suited Bird. Check out my channel, link in the description. Toodles!